Oh my God. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
And I'm Ryan Seymore, hiding in the back of Comic Town.
Why are we doing this way? Because we just want to shake things up sometimes. So not only do we make you wait a little bit, we're actually doing this virtually just to keep things fresh, a little funky. That's how we do it. Just keep everybody on their toes.
Some 2021 action.
Boom, just in case, just in case. We're just testing things out, making sure we're still good. Okay, this week, it was interesting. Okay, so when I caught up to the shop and checked out the wall, there wasn't a lot of books, but there is a lot of stuff that we read.
Yeah, it was a 5 Wednesday month, so the number of titles were lower.
Right.
The depth of the titles that we read were
solid.
Deeper.
Yes,
solid.
I like that. I like that. Depth was deeper. The depth was deeper. Follow the deepness of the depth. Okay, so ordinarily we do the, honorable mentions, and then we do the acrylics. Since we're virtually, we don't have such acrylic designations, but we're going to start off anyway. So I'm curious, what is on your honorable mention list?
Oh, wow. That's a toughie. I hadn't thought that far. Because we both went to 7 books.
Right. So I'm figuring we've got 4 honorable mentions, 3 that would be like, you guys got to buy these.
Yeah, I'm going to go for my honorables. I'm going to go Crime Syndicate.
Okay.
Infinite Frontier. Although the end. That's tough. That maybe Nocterra.
Okay.
I don't know.
So far, I'm with you.
Tough.
So far, I'm with you 100%.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start with that, and we'll save the 4th one for something extra, because I read all 3 of those, and we'll figure out the 4th one. Okay. So let's talk Infinite Frontier.
Yes.
Let's talk about this. Okay. So this is a big boy. I mean, this is hefty. $5.99 is the cover price.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of the stage setter for what the new DCU looks like, right? Like
getting rid of the 52 finite universes.
Right. Now
we've got an infinite number of universes, which I don't mind. It allows storytellers to do whatever they want.
All kinds of goodness. Let's just a little taste of who is writing in this one. We've got Brian Michael Bendis. We've got James Tynion IV. We've got Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. We've got Joel Jones, Tim Sheridan, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Joshua Williamson, Jeff Johns, Jeffrey Thorne. Like, who's who of writers?
Yeah,
like legit.
This is heavy hitters. And the artists are amazing. Dave Marquez, Jorge Jimenez, Letha Martinez, Morales. Yeah, I mean, just like up and down. Like, this is all quality.
Amazing. Literal amazement. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Usually when it comes to setting the stage for DC, the term crisis is always on the cover. But they've switched up.
Yeah.
These are 2 terms that have been featured in DC books before, Infinite Crisis, but New Frontier.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, new direction, different plan here.
The vibe was really hopeful. Like, normally with their crisis resets, it's that grim and gritty and dark stuff.
Exactly.
With this one, was like, there's hope. Like, these new heroes, these new situations, these new worlds have positivity. You can do stuff. There's hope. And they're like, it's almost like seeing through the eyes of a particular Superman. Like that, there's that inherent good until the end.
I mean, there are things that must be, okay? There are things that must be, and that one is one of them. I have to admit, like, I did enjoy the setup of all of this and kind of getting that fact check of where we are in the DCU to try to set the stage for things. I like that. It almost feels like, in a crazy way, go with me on this one, that they are actively moving some characters forward.
Yeah.
And this is not the typical, everything will reset at a certain point.
Yeah.
This feels different. Like,
it really does.
Yeah. So I really liked it. Was there any one particular story that you liked best?
The narrative thread with, like, Diana and the other cosmic level beings was really cool.
That was
but
great.
I would have to say the young Master Kent, like,
yes,
that was a really cool story.
That was a good one. I'm really interested in the Teen Titans one, and I don't even know why. I just am.
Yeah,
like there was so much mystery there.
Yeah, and that one is I wish that DC would have held off in the Final Order cutoffs for Teen Titans, because it's the like kind of Strange Academy kind of thing, except with the Titans. That was Final Order cutoff last week. I wish they would have held off until after this week,
right?
Because it looks so cool, like this whole next wave of heroes, and I can't even imagine the Teen Titans training them.
Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm all for it. Okay, next up on the list, what do you say, Nocterra? You want to do Nocterra? Yeah. Okay. This one's crazy great. Recently kickstarted, or not recently, I guess technically last year, it was kickstarted. So amazing creative team though. We've got Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel, Tamiu More. Is that how you say that?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, all right. Very successful. Like, I mean, they did like well over their goal. I can't remember how much they wait. Let's see. How much did they go for? Because I contributed. I'm not gonna lie. I totally put in on this Kickstarter. Let's see. They had a goal of because this is me being prepared. I knew I was gonna want to talk about it, so I didn't have it queued up because I'm a genius. Let's see. All right. Good grief. Okay. So the goal was $40,000.
Okay.
Not bad. Respectable.
Yeah.
They raised over $218,000. So this thing was over 500% funded, and super dope. I got like the extra special issue 1 edition. Cool. That's got like sketches and script stuff in it. So but I literally held off from reading that until issue 1 like officially dropped. So yeah. What are your thoughts?
I really loved it. It was a lot like the first episode or the pilot of like a television series that you're just kind of waiting for.
Yes.
And the problems that I've had with Scott Snyder of recent Dark Knight's Death Metal and some other stuff where there was a little focus, this is honed in. Like there is something that has happened. Here are the bad things that come from it, and here's our new character that's going to go through. And it was just, I was floored.
All kinds of fun. I really, really enjoyed this one. You're right. Like I felt like this was the pilot episode of something, and like literally, if this doesn't get made into something, I'm gonna fight somebody. Like I'm a knuckle up, because this is kind of fun. It's kind of brilliant. It reminds me of like something from Image, but circa like 98, 99. Like when they started to be like, you know what, let's really get into crafting and telling some good stories. That's right here. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
The premise is really cool. It's some of that has caused the lights to go out, like and by like the sun and also the stars, just in general.
Like all of it.
As a result of that, living organisms are getting mutated, and there's things that thrive in the dark. And the last remaining humans are kind of like, trying to build a society. And oh my gosh, like the what do they call them, ferrymen, which take you from one city to another. It's just awesome. So metal. It's just like, I loved it. The designs that Tony Daniel came up with for the monsters, the
creepy creeps, the things that go bump in the night.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
No, this one's definitely exciting. I feel like there's a lot of ground here. I'm really curious as to how long of an arc this is. Yeah. So I'm really curious about that. Yeah, I haven't either. So anything. All right. Fair game. Definitely want to find that out. All right.
Yeah. Syndicate Criminal.
Yeah. So okay, this is crazy because like the way this is set up has got a lot of stuff going on. Andy Schmidt wrote all of it, but we've got different stories. So we've got Kieran McCowan as penciler for this, which is interesting because I thought it was it's kind of got like a Leonard Kirk kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's literally who I thought it was. So I was surprised when I saw that it wasn't. All right, so there's a lot of things in this that I absolutely adored.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, the origin story for Ultraman.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah. I like it. It's kind of crazy. Like, are you a fan of the Crime Syndicate? Do you like them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is it's a slightly different Crime Syndicate.
Right.
And I'm kind of enjoying it.
Oh my goodness. I think my favorite newest edition. No, I'm not even going to try to pretend to say I know who is my favorite. Superwoman is fun.
Yes. Yeah. That whole interaction with the president was
hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. But Power Ring, I am very interested in where that's going to go.
Yeah. That's not where I thought it was. He's given the police an assist.
Right. Sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
After, death metal and all that stuff, I do have a different appreciation for Owlman.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely I like him a lot. And I think the presentation that he has here is not to
really
be
cool.
Yeah.
In an alley. Yeah. It's just so much fun.
I love it.
It's a concept they could have gone so dark with,
right?
But they didn't. Like, it was. I mean, the characters are still those characters, but it's. I don't know. It's fun. It's lighthearted,
right? Like it's holding back just enough in order to make it work, and I really like it. Okay, so when it comes to this and the focus on the criminals, obviously this is a limited series. Are we trying to elevate the Crime Syndicate to make them something a little bit more mainstream? In case there are people that don't know who they are?
Maybe, but I don't know that you need to. Like that's the thing, is they're just in an infinite number of universes. This just happens to be the one where everybody was bad.
Right.
And there was JFK. But
that was so terrible. Oh my God. So terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, it might be, because definitely they're very palatable. They're not the ridiculously evil versions of them that we've seen in the past.
Right.
So I mean, like, maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, it almost sets the stage. Like when you tell like backstories, like you did with Ultraman in this one, it almost is like a redeeming quality to some of these characters. So I don't know if that's like the point. Like, if they're trying to make them more palatable so that maybe one day they'll help or be not bad guys. But no, these guys are terrible. Like, I love them in their terribleness. Absolutely. Okay, so for our fourth honorable mention, what do you have? I was trying to stall for you.
Oh, I don't know. Like, that's the thing, is the remaining four I felt relatively good about. Like all of them kind of on the same level.
Right. All right, I'll go first. Yeah. And maybe that'll give you a little bit more time. All right, so I read America Chavez #1.
Yeah.
And okay, so America Chavez as a character, I've really enjoyed. Like, I really like how just over the top she is out the gate, and unapologetically so. Like, I really enjoyed that. This one is written by Kalinda Vasquez, art by Carlos Gomez. It's a beautiful looking book, without question. And it looks like Kalinda has the task of kind of rewriting America's like origin story. So it's leaning kind of heavily onto some, Superman type things, as well as like maybe a little hint of like the Captain Marvel movie origins of sorts, where there's like this designation of name, but maybe there's more to it than that. It's kind of interesting because, I mean, again, she is established, she exists. This is not like starting over from scratch, but it's really kind of going backwards and kind of filling in gaps here and there. But we get a very strong family dynamic, which I think is cool, both on the superhero side and then in her like everyday life side. So I'm real curious what the plans are for America. Like, is she going to be put on a bigger platform, maybe in a movie or Disney Plus show in the near future?
I get the feeling they're going to. She's such a fun character, and it's one that I feel like she could fit in really, really well, especially into like a Disney Plus, like add her into a series, and then kind of maybe with Miss Marvel.
Right. Like that's literally where I was going with that. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, any of those. I think it would be really interesting to see her show up. Actually, I mean, there's a character that's in this that I know is going to be in a Disney Plus series. So that could be a bridge.
Yeah.
So that could be kind of interesting. So yeah. America Chavez.
That's good.
Yes. Say bueno.
All right. I'm going to go with Berserker for my final.
Really?
Yeah. It was, but that's how much I love the other three. Like
okay.
That's where I'm so conflicted, because it was really good. People can see. Probably one of the biggest hype books this week. Boom Studios, Keanu Reeves, Matt, you may have heard of Keanu before. Matt Kent, Ron Garney, and Bill Crabtree. The art is beautiful. The story is simple out of the gates. It is a dude who we find is immortal, and he's acting as kind of maybe a soldier of fortune, potentially. Sure. But basically, he just butchers a crap ton of people through this wall. There's a narrative, like a discussion going on between him and a scientist. And I don't think that spoils anything, because just I was not aware that the book was going to be labeled mature readers. I was not prepared for the level to which the violence is. Like, if you want to see someone get their arm ripped off
and beat with it,
like it's there.
Yeah. This felt like, okay, I was just telling Adrian this. I was like, this feels like, reading wise, something Mark Miller wrote, but like 15 years ago, Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Like, before he's like, you know what? I'm going to sell some of these properties and make them into movies. When he's like, no, I'm going to put it all on the page. And whatever happens, if you get it in your teeth, you get it in your teeth. I don't even care. Yeah. That's what this is.
Yeah. Because it's so amazing. Like the violence carries. You swim in it, because it's not like, oh, a dude got shot. Oh, a dude got stabbed. No, these are brutal Mortal Kombat level fatalities. And like, the grenade scene.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Brutal.
You didn't have to do that.
Literally, okay, you mentioned Mortal Kombat. I need Berserker to show up in the next iteration of the Mortal Kombat video game. Yes, please, and thank you. Unlockable character, do it. And every move that he does is a finishing move. Like, that's just like the best. Yeah. Literally the best. Shout out to Ron Garney. Ron Garney is probably one of the best artists of the generation. And his storytelling and kinetics are so on point. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's the way he uses panels and then the combination of panels and splash pages all in the same area that really, really kind of gives a movement to the story. And, there's his parents. Oh, God.
Yeah. So bad. There's this one scene where he clearly knows what he's doing. It's so funny. I don't know, like, something about this is like this crazy love letter to like Cap and Wolverine, and just
100%
nuts, just nuts. And I loved every bit of it. I'm low-key surprised, because I had this one for my acrylics, like, no joke, that was gonna go up there.
It's tough. Like the four that I've got, including that one.
Yeah.
I really, I don't know.
What do you do? I get it. No, 100%. Okay, so since we're talking about the acrylics, and I only have two for the acrylics. Actually, no, you go first, since you've got three for the acrylics and I've only got two. Yeah. So let's see what we got.
Did you do Swamp Thing?
I did not.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll go with that. The first of a 10-issue miniseries from the Infinite Frontier line from DC, Swamp Thing. All right, so we've got writing Rom V, who is just amazing. Savage Shores. He did the Future State Swamp Thing. Really, really good. Mike Perkins on the art. Mike Spicer, colorist. It is oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's one of the most evocative of like your your golden era of Vertigo.
Nice.
Like I see in my mind Constantine Hellblazer runs, and it's so good. All right. So, anyways, if you're not familiar with Swamp Thing, he's basically the incarnation of life and vegetation in the universe. He is in this story channeled through a human, and there is no control whatsoever on it. And so it starts off with the scenario out in the desert. There's been a homicide or something. There's been a body found.
There's always a body.
And what sets it apart from like a normal, like, hey, I found a body in the desert, is there's something wrong with the jaw. Not like it's been broken, but it is no longer a normal human jaw. So so you, within the first few pages, you get brought into this really grim world with huge consequences, and you find out that it's not normal. It's slightly different from what we perceive, and it just goes from there. The Swamp Thing is not the scenes where he's coming through, like, because it's kind of like Donald Blake and Thor, or you're like, like
changing positions, right?
With this, there's no control. Like it just pops through, and there's big green. It's really cool. It's got that horror vibe, so it's back. They're not trying to tell an action adventure story. It's horror. I can totally see this turning into like, if it weren't for the Ghost Rider movies, I would say Ghost Rider style, like vengeance against some sins against the natural world.
Nice.
Rom V killed it. The stories, the Mikes killed it with the art and the coloring. It's for me a must.
Let me ask you this question. Let me get deep into the psyche on this one. Okay, so Swamp Thing and Immortal Hulk walk into a room. Who's walking out?
Nobody was in the room to start with. God, I don't know.
Once they go into that room, what room? There is no room. They have murdered the room.
It's just death everywhere.
There's nothing but wrong. Okay. That's kind of the vibe that I was getting.
Oh, yeah.
Just want to make sure. All right. So, Earth's Mightiest Avengers, number 43, Jason Aaron, Garron. Oh, my God. Okay. Listen. I pop in and out of this series, just kind of see what's up. And there are different people obviously fighting for control of the Phoenix Force. Phoenix is on Earth, tasking the certain characters, like not just the Avengers, certain characters with seeing if they are worthy of the Phoenix Force. Let me just say, and this is not even like post like Black History Month. Black Panther is not to be messed with. Okay, like his level of insight is fierce. Okay, and I'm gonna just let y'all know right now, this book starts with him facing off with possibly, arguably, the best opponent possible, and then ends with him fighting another person that can reach that candidacy of the best opponent possible. Nice. So nuts, absolutely nuts. I will tell you this: Jason Aaron has established something in continuity for Black Panther that if it's not continued, somebody missed the mark. Somebody dropped the ball completely. And no spoilers, but when y'all read this one, message me in the comments and be like, "Yo, I saw that." Like that's all you got to say is, "I saw that," and
either did or you didn't.
I mean, when you see what he did, when you realize, and you're like, oh, and what that means that he was willing to fight with, amazing, absolutely amazing.
See, T'Challa is the one that I want at the end of it, because I don't know that I trust anybody else with the Phoenix Force. Like him, I'm like, okay, he can handle it.
Right. He would figure it out. He'd be like, look, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is it. Like, oh, the Phoenix is gonna take over. No. I don't want it to, so it's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
the bigger story, the lineage of the Phoenix, we get even deeper, and I'm really curious as to where this story is going to go with that. So, yeah, very good.
Nice. Now, is it Undone by Blood, or is it Casual Fling we talk about?
Do Undone by Blood, because I've got Casual Fling as well.
Yeah. All right. AfterShock Comics, Undone by Blood, Lonnie Nadler, Zach Thompson, Sammy Cavella on the art, Jason Wordie, colorist. It continues with the type of story they were telling in the original version, where there's a story in a book that someone's reading, and then there is the real life thing that is occurring that's similar. In this one, it looks like it's Depression era, a bank robbery or like a house robbery, but there's no way it's going to go right, and I love it. We've got characters who are over planning it. We've got characters that are just kind of winging it by the seat of their pants. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Like it's in that Brubaker Phillips criminal world, like style of reality. And oh God, I can't wait to see where this goes wrong for these poor bastards. Because it's that heist, and it's not going to go well. Like you just have this like overwhelming feeling, and it's like one of the characters kind of has that same right, and the other one is just a douche.
Oh, not
so yeah. Like I want him to get shot, but it's going to be the other guy. I mean, that's
of course it's going to be the other guy. Like it's never the guy that you want to get shot.
Yeah.
That. Unless, of course, well, no, that's a spoiler. I won't say that. But there's another AfterShock book that's heisty, and you should definitely have read that one because it's good. Okay.
I don't trust nobody anymore. This is why sex is bad.
Why do I love this book so much? Like, it's so dark. AWA Upshot, Casual Fling, Jason Starr, Dalibor Talahik. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay.
Why did he want to watch the video?
Because we hurt ourselves. That's why. There's that thing. Like when you ask a question that you really don't want to know the answer to, but you ask it anyway.
I'd rather have a hemorrhoid donut made out of Legos.
No, dude. Like this is like that is such a real moment of I need to see it. I need to see what's going on so I can deal with the pain. No, it's really just gonna hurt you more. And that's the situation. Okay. Setting the stage. This is issue 2. In issue 1, we are introduced to a family that is kind of struggling to maintain, right? The dad is a stay-at-home dad with 2 kids. The mom is a workaholic. She's a high-profile lawyer. Meets this guy, very alluring. What was it, like a work party? I think it was a work party, right?
Yeah.
They hit it off. Yeah, like in a crazy way. Dude, hits her with the crazy game, convinces her to go back to his hotel. At first, she's like, no, I shouldn't. But she does.
It does.
Things happen. He takes it to a kinky level, throws on a mask. Boom. She's like, oh, this is weird, but I'm into it. But decides it's a one and done, can't happen anymore. And then Cronenberg shows up and starts to direct this feature, or David Lynch. Somebody takes it in a bad direction. Yeah. Where you find out homie recorded this little tryst and is kind of demanding that she continue to see him. And oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Where this goes.
Because it's so real. That's the thing that's so compelling about it is it's real that this person has, because they have this video, they have complete power. The only way to rob them of that power is to have video come out. And then you gotta deal, you're looking at your spouse in the eye and you're like, oh no, really, you're the one. But
look at me over here playing it up like a queen.
Yeah.
And clearly intimacy is an issue between us. And now there's so much here, just drama, just big drama burgers. You're taking big hefty bites. I think that's the thing that I love the most about this is that it is just a legit story. It's not superheroes. It's not supernatural. This is just, you know, a story of a relationship that is falling apart. And then here is someone who is actively taking advantage of the situation. And, oof.
We don't even fully know what their motives are. Like, if they are in the ballpark of the type of person they pretend to be, they don't need any of the things they requested.
No, none. Like they're just doing it for power's sake. Like it's a flex. It's a total flex. Why would you do this? Why? Oh, you're such a terrible person. I love it.
And dang, because the husband asks one of the best questions that I even think of in that situation.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh God, it's so
amazing.
Bad. Like it just sucks. And, like, but is it tearing the Band-Aid off? Like, is that family, like it was going to fall apart?
It was. And that's the thing. Like, I think there's something very interesting here. One of the first things I love about this is the gender role reversal. Like, this is a very common story when it's the, you know, husband that's high profile and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Fatal Attraction.
Disclosure. Blah, blah. Actually, almost any movie with Mike Douglas. Like, basically, that's what it is. Like, that's his thing. Wait, that is actually kind of true. What's up with him in that? Wow. Okay. Mike Douglas. All right. If that's what you want to do. But it's so like authentic. That's the thing I love the most about this. It's absolutely authentic. And I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Where the husband goes. Like, I feel like, I feel like there's an obvious answer to what this is, but I don't think that that's what it's going to be. I think we're going to see something way bigger, way more the whole nine. So
it's good.
Yeah, very, very good. Obviously, guys, we read some amazing books, and we hope that you guys did on this glorious new comic day. If you liked what we were talking about, click that thumbs up because we need that sort of validation. Makes us feel good. It's really awesome. And if you want this regularly,
we do this. Hit subscribe and hit the bell because that will let you know when the new video drops.
And we be dropping them. It might come a little later, but we're still dropping them. We're here. Like, we might tease you, just make you wait just like a little bit. But we're coming. We're on our way.
Yeah. Just like page 6 of Casual Fling 2.
If you read it, then you know.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, just go ahead. I'm just gonna lay here.